Deputy Ruth Coppinger.
Okay, not much chance to get the notes out. This amendment and the group of amendments relate to the question of what should be counted in terms of noise pollution. And I'd like to welcome residents from Dublin Fingal into the gallery tonight. As the Minister can see, this is a huge issue for people who live near the airport. And in the committee stage and in the second stage, some of these points were already made, and I think residents would have hoped that the Minister would have incorporated some of the things that we've been asking for. People will find it strange that the Minister wouldn't be concerned to use, the most up-to-date standards, and what we're calling for in this motion is a balanced approach to also include the WHO's guidelines on noise pollution. Now, in relation to the WHO, they have particularly emphasised the health effects of noise pollution on residents, particularly due to night flights. And I think the fear of residents is that while everybody wants to see the airport develop and expand, it's a daily occurrence, nightly occurrence for people not to be able to open their windows at night, early in the morning, etc., because of the increased usage of flight paths that go over their houses for early flights. Noise pollution is defined as the second most dangerous environmental hazard to people's health. So this isn't something that's likely to be taken for granted. The health effects can put an intolerable strain on healthcare systems and generate loss of productivity of workers whose sleep is disturbed and their health affected. So it's a simple request that a balanced approach will be incorporated into this legislation to account for the WHO guidelines. Now, Minister, I'm suspecting that what you're actually doing is putting the interests of commerce and business above the interests of people's health. Because, for example, as we know, right now, in the noise mapping that has been done, for example, in my own constituency, which parts of it are affected, particularly Tyrrellstown, Hollystown, Hollywood Rath, Mulhuddard and the ward, as well as Fingal constituency, are impacted a lot by this problem. And what people are asking you is to take into account that health matters as much as the ability of planes to traverse the skies. And, I don't know why that you're being so stubborn on this one, Minister. Anyone out there would think surely you'd want health to be taken into consideration, but it seems that, airline profits are to be put above those of residents. Nobody's asking for flights to end, just that these, WHO guidelines will be taken into effect. One of the noise maps that I read, for example, in Tyrrellstown and Hollywood Rath, there was decibel readings of over 10 decibels above what the WHO would recommend is a regular feature right now for residents. And, that has to be, the point was made by many people in the committee. It actually isn't in people's interest who are travelling either to have flights at all hours of the day and night, This can be managed, and I'd ask the Minister to take this on board.